Hi, this is Mark at learnhowtogarden.com, and in today's episode of the 10-Minute Gardener we're going to be doing an update on our no-dig bed. This is our third update, and if you're not already subscribed to Learn How to Garden, hop over to the website, the link below this video, drop your email address there. That just gets you subscribed to us and it lets us keep you up to date with exactly what we're doing. And once we've done that, we'll come back, we'll go through with what's been happening in this bed, what we're going to do with some of the bits, and what we're going to replace them with. As you can see, there are one or two gaps appearing in the bed. We have had such a difficult summer. It's been so wet that one or two things have behaved quite erratically, and you can see over here that some of the lettuce has started to sort of bolt. That means it's actually starting to sort of go to seed. It's past its best, and once it gets to that stage, you're best just to get it out. So we'll be taking these two out in a minute, but we've got some lettuce that we grew in these little Jiffy 7s that we'll be replacing it with, but these are autumn lettuce, so they will take us through the season. The spinach at the front, as you can see, is just, we're cropping continuously. It's a bit messy, it's fallen over, but does it really matter, you know, as long as it tastes nice. And next to that is chou de brème, which is a bit like turnip tops and tastes really nice. That had a bit of a rabbit attack, which is why the ends are nibbled. Behind me is the beetroot here. I don't know whether we can focus in on this. As we said, these are multiple seeding. So what actually happens as they grow, they push each other apart. Now these are tiny beetroot, but that's great. These will just be roasted whole, push the skins off and eaten. And all these beetroot need to come out now. They're at the point where they've done their job. They really aren't going to enhance their flavour by getting any bigger, so we want those out so that we can replace them with these. And these are dwarf French beans. These have been grown in root trainers, and basically they are only going to grow about 2'6" tall, and they'll give us countless beautiful bright yellow sort of waxy beans. The actual pods are bright yellow, not the beans themselves. And although we're in July, these will crop right through till the end of the season. So we're going to get rid of a couple of these lettuce. We're going to get this beetroot. The broad beans at the back of the bed are coming really to the end. They were the Sutton, they were a dwarf bean. So we're going to replace those with some of these little plants. These are kale red boar. This is really quite a good multi-purpose plant. You can take the leaves small, a salad, but if you leave it, they will just go through the autumn and the winter. And kale is one of those things like Cavello Nero, which is just a dark kale, which can be steamed in the winter, and it's just beautiful. It's a real good doer. It's one of my fave veg, this sort of red boar. It really is multi-purpose. So we'll be replacing the broad beans at the back of the bed with red boar. And the other thing we'll be doing is just putting 3 Brussels sprouts in. Now, you might think, why Brussels sprouts? I know I talk about grow things for taste and grow things because you like them. That's the main reason you should be growing it. These are red Brussels sprouts, which you don't see that often in the shops. And I quite like them. I think it adds a bit of colour in the sort of depths of winter rather than it being just all green on your plate. So I'll get on with getting these lettuce out. We'll get these beetroot out, and I'll show you how to plant this up. So we've cleared the bed of things that have stopped cropping. When you've got a small bed, you've got to be quite ruthless. The lettuce at the front is still okay. You know, lettuce will grow quite happily on a stalk. The easiest way to tell with lettuce is just eat a leaf. If it's going really bitter, get it out, you know, and replace it. And as you can see, we've got gaps. If we can focus in here, this is what has just come off. So we've got broad beans, we've got leaves, we've got chou de brème, and we've got these beetroot, you know. And it's great. This is so easy and this is so quick. And remember, we constructed this bed in less than half an hour. The first thing you want to do is think, where are you going to replace things? So it makes sense, doesn't it, to replace your lettuce on a bed this size with more lettuce, so that, you know, when they all come out, they'll be coming at the same time. We'll probably put a row of kale across here, so that when the lettuce come out, the kale are growing to fill their space. And then we're going to put our French beans in here. And as we've seen before, about a hand span for these kale. Remember, it's a no-dig bed, so use that most useful of all planting tools, your fingers, hand span, fingers in, and then we go across about a hand span away from it with our French beans. But I'm going to probably have to use a trowel to put those in, because there's about 2 inches. I don't know. No, I could actually pop those in without a trowel. For those of you who haven't seen the root trainers, basically they're like a little book, and we open the book, you can see the root growth, take him out, dig into your no-dig bed with your fingers, and there's your first replacement. And because you've grown these in their root trainers, they're ready to go. They're sort of really going to get off to a head start. So I'll pop these French beans in, I'll pop the rest of the kale in and the lettuce, and we'll probably put the 3 Brussels just across the back of the bed so that they're out of the way. They'll be in there for quite a long time. And there in, I suppose, 5 minutes, we've got 3 rows of French beans, hand span apart. We've got some red ball kale, hand span apart. We've replaced some of our lettuce that's already bolted, gone to seed. Again, planted in a 5. If you look at the original video, you will understand that if you plant things in 5s in a cross, you get more space. We've kept these broad beans because they've still got some beans coming on. We've got the leaf beet here, we're still eating for salad, and at the back we've put those Brussels in, which look very similar to the kale at the moment, which is why we're not showing you. What I love about this no-dig bed is the only tools you need are on the end of your hand, so you can't forget them. And for someone like me who forgets everything, that's really good. I mean, you can just dig into this, you know, it's wonderful. And it's so productive. We've already cropped out of it. We've been eating salad from after the first 4 weeks we produced it. Every urban garden can have one of these. It is so simple, so easy. Just check out, if you haven't seen it, how to make one of these. They are just the best thing. And this will do another update in about 14 days. We'll see how it's all coming along. I'd say that what you need to do now is water it in, but for any of you who are in sort of our normal July weather in 2012, we're only going to wait 2 minutes and it'll water itself, won't it? It's like living in a monsoon. I did consider showing you how to plant Camargue rice in this bed. It's been that wet down here. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying what we're doing in the Learn How to Garden website, or on the Learn How to Garden website, I should say, and in the 10-minute garden. Anything you want to ask, don't hesitate to post a question and we'll try to answer it. And that's Mark from the 10-minute gardener saying thanks a lot. I hope you're enjoying what we're doing, and we'll see you soon.